Bloon failures. Bloons may fail but monkeys won't, especially if you have a bow. But what if I tell you, we don't have a bow? For this week's Odyssey, we have two impossible maps, two standard maps, and one easy map. So honestly, this shouldn't look too hard. This is my loadout, and I'm going to do this TD battle style, where we only have 3 towers plus 1 hero. Of course, the powers are there just in case I fail, so I don't spend monkey money to replay the whole bloody thing. So let's just start this Odyssey and see how difficult it is playing an Odyssey in TD battles mode. So for all 5 maps, we're going to attempt to use recursive cluster, and we're going to use our village right here. We're going to get radar scanner obviously, and primary mentoring, which will help our bombs greatly. Now we have Churchill here. That's our hero of choice, even though Churchill isn't unlocked in Battles 2 yet. We'll get it soon probably. And of course we got the boats. Now this map itself doesn't have any water, but that's okay. The other maps do have water, so we're going to use the boat in the other maps. But for now we're sticking to bombs, and it's possible, I think, to beat this map with just bombs and nothing else, plus Churchill of course. By the way guys, if you're wondering when I'm going to do Battles 2 content, my schedule is on every Tuesday and every Saturday. I will attempt to do Tuesday is I'm definitely going to do one on Tuesday. On Saturday videos are optional, so just pay for that. I will try my best to push out videos on Saturday, but if I can't, then I'm sorry. For Battles 2, I'll mostly be doing guides and tips for Battles 2 because frankly, a bit difficult to do content right now, isn't it? I mean, it's nothing too much interesting, is there? And we're leaking quite a bit of lives, so I think we might want to change our strategy for this map. What if we sell a bomb now and we get Churchill now?
What next?
I mean, his shooting speed isn't that fast, sure, but we got level 3 early, so there's that, I suppose. And of course we're going to rebuy our bomb, but honestly not too bad. I think it's doing better than a plain bomb, so the strategy seems to have worked even though we have lost 5 lives, but that's fine. We get to have boats in the next 2 maps anyway, so our problem should be alleviated by then. Our first recursive cluster on round 34. We should get our second one by round 40. And thankfully at this moment Churchill can pop camos, which means we don't have to worry about camos anymore. Of course we're still going to get our camo village for the bombs. So all we need to do now for the rest of the game is to fill this entire map with 204 bombs. Oh, there's nothing else I can buy. While waiting for this to be over, I want to talk about Battles 2. A lot of people have been complaining about the XP progression system that is too slow, that it takes up to like 300 hours to unlock everything. And first of all, I've looked through the math that people have done. I don't have time to look through it myself, and frankly I agree that yes, it does indeed take a lot of time, but currently the game is being review bombed on Steam. It's currently have mixed reviews at 57 or 59%, I can't remember. I'm not sure how many people noticed it, but close to 21 hours ago, as of when this video is being published, Ninja Kiwi has released a temporary fix. Well, I say temporary, but you know it's going to be increased in future updates. A temporary fix that increases XP across all game modes. Now this increase is still rather minuscule. You still need to take a lot of time to play to unlock everything in Battles 2, but it's a start. I won't say it's enough, but Ninja Kiwi is heading in the right direction. Also, keep in mind from a business sense that it also makes sense because you want the players who can afford and want to buy everything early to buy early rather than letting them pay for everything immediately compared to other players who don't pay to win. So for example, let's say if it takes like hypothetically it takes only 3 hours to unlock everything in Battles 2, but the average player only plays about 1 hour a month. Again, this is just hypothetical numbers. Now, if this was the case, then the people who can pay to win and get the experience faster will be able to unlock everything fairly quickly. and this is going to be unfair for the player base. So understandably, Ninja Kiwi wants to slow down the progression of those who can afford to play early, so that in a few months time they still have something to upgrade. Because keep in mind, once you finish upgrading, there's nothing left to upgrade, and most people will probably lose interest in Battles 2 by that time, because honestly, what else is there? You have no more incentives. So I think that is the reason why Ninja Kiwi made the experience gain super slow initially. Now I have no doubt that they'll increase it in the future, but this is just something I want you all to keep in mind, because you can't just focus on the gameplay perspective. Yes, currently it is unfair for free-to-play players, correct, but this progression also helps slow down the people who can afford to play. So in other words, it helps slow down the pay-to-win players. So actually, if you think about it, really, you should kind of thank Ninja Kiwi for giving us such a slow XP gain, because that way the people who can't afford to play for 24 hours a day won't be that far behind from those who can actually afford to play 24 hours a day, or for people who can actually pay to win. Do I like this system? Obviously not, but is it better than having someone who got everything unlocked within, let's say, 3-4 days, while people are still only just finished unlocking the monkeys at the second tier? I certainly think it's better. I'm not sure about you, but I just want to throw my hand into this ring. I'll give my own perspective about this whole slow XP controversy. Now, Ninja Kiwi is not like EA. If you have used Reddit before, you have known about the infamous Star Wars Battlefront controversy. I think as early players, we should just accept the fact that we are technically benefiting from playing this game, from knowing about this game really early, and therefore being able to play it really early. So obviously our progression will be slowed down, so that people who only know about this game later will at least have a chance to catch up at a future date. So hopefully you all are not too mad at Ninja Kiwi like I am. Just a heads up, I'm not a spokesperson for NK. They didn't tell me to say this, but I just want to offer my perspective. And with that, we are done with the first map. For this map, I've decided to get the 1-1 boat. Obviously, I purchased Grape Shot first before the faster shooting, and I place it here. And you might notice our spike power at the end here is reduced. That's because of round 4, but we couldn't afford Grape Shot by then, but that's okay. As long as no more balloons leak, we should be fine, because we need to save our lives for the final map. Now is a good time to sell, so we have roughly $1,000. We can sell our boat and then get Churchill, so that we can still get some XP before the round ends, from Churchill I mean. And then all we have to do right now is hope we don't leak anymore, and we're going to rebuy our boat, and we're going to get our bombs soon. As you can see right here, I currently have two 110 boats, and this should last us for quite a while. Now, next thing I'm going to do is to sell these two statues right here, and I'm going to place 2 bombs here, two 204 bombs, and by round this should last us till round 40. Well, unfortunately, because we spend money on our boats, we don't have enough money to buy our second recursive cluster, and I do not feel like selling one of our boats. So what I'm going to try instead, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and use Churchill's ability. There we go. And we survive. Fantastic. Didn't expect that. Now, since we survive, I think it's best if we get camo right now, so that we can survive round 42. And then by then we should be able to get the rest of our bombs, and then we can upgrade our boats. So it's round 48. We have 2 204 bombs. We have army trading, and we have 1 destroyer. We don't need to get destroyed for this one, because the range is not hitting the other side of the track, and that's fine. So all we need to do is fit some more bombs, hopefully within this village, and then once we're done with that, we can upgrade to aircraft carrier. Round 69. Look at this, guys. This is a very poor attempt by me to draw a smiley face. You know what? Let's sell this. This is useless. Let's try and complete the smiley face and see how it looks like. There we go. It looks like a very weird smiley face. Oh god, someone send help. Horrifying smiley faces aside, we're done. Next map. Another improbable map, but this time we're going to start off with a boat instead of a bomb. Alright, time to sell our boat. There we go for the $100, and we can buy Churchill, and I think here should be perfect. There we go. And now all we have to do is get more boats, because for this time we're going to focus on getting boats rather than bombs, because bomb placement is kind of hard to do, so never mind. We're going to attempt to get an aircraft carrier this time round, and we're going to place it right here, and then we can place a village next to it so that it can detect camo. And then once we get our carrier flagship, then we can get the bombs. Now is this defense... Well, I was going to say whether this defense can defeat the Moab, but turns out it's pretty instant. Yeah, destroyers are significantly better in BTD6 than BTD5. Oh wow, it took us around 60 to get our carrier flagship. Normally it takes me to 155, but not too bad all things considered. So I almost got all 7 bombs. I don't have enough money to buy the last recursive cluster, but it doesn't matter because we're done in this map. So let's move on to the next one. Now this map is slightly deceiving. We're going to repeat the same strategy that we did last map, of course. Get the boats, upgrade, and then sell it to get Churchill. I say it's deceiving because the end goal for this map is actually not carrier flagship. You do not want a carrier flagship at all costs actually. Reason being, the Moabs is going to come out of here by round 60. I mean all the heavy Moab class Bloons. And carrier flagship can't handle both the Moabs here and the regular Bloons that come out through this track. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to get Churchill and place him right over here in this corner. And we're going to get 2 bombs right next to Churchill. We're going to get a village next to him. And then we'll fill the rest of this section with bombs. Actually, why don't we relocate to this area? That way, Churchill, so that by round 40 when the Moabs come out, Churchill have more space to cover the Moabs. I think this is a better plan. Also is able to cover the main track as well, so let's try and see whether we can place our towers here. Well, we can sell our boat earlier than usual and we can get Churchill. Oh, but we can't place Churchill there at the bottom of the map. But here's what we can do. We can place Churchill here for now. Well, not for now, but we can place him here. And then we can place our bombs here so that it can cover both the Moabs and these Bloons, I think. Now as to whether we're going to get boats this round, I'm not sure. We're going to try out bombs first, see whether the range is able, how much of its range is able to cover the other side of the track. And if it works well, we can get all bombs, and then if we got time, get more boats. But otherwise, we're just sticking to bombs this round. Can we also mention my stupidity that of me thinking that, yeah, you know what, this one can definitely shoot through these vehicles that won't be unblocked till round 40. So here's my new strategy. I'm going to place a boat instead. This should last us till round 40. I mean, upgrading the boat constantly should last us till round 40. We don't need to worry about camo for now. Churchill will deal with it. And if I'm not wrong, can we afford aircraft carrier? I think we can afford aircraft carrier. So once we can get the aircraft carrier, we can start getting bombs. Because by then this path of trucks will be unlocked, and then that way we should be able to deal with the incoming Moabs. As for the round 40 Moab, aircraft carrier should be able to deal with it, no problem more. Alright, let's see how fast we can defeat this Moab. Let's activate Churchill's ability, and pretty fast. Again, not what I expected, but well, I was going to say you learn something new every day, but come on, this is something I should know by now. It obviously works. But anyway, it's going to be 142 soon, and I think, and now that we can place our bombs, let's do so. But first, I would like to get our village first. Ideally a camo village. Well, we couldn't get it in time. Well then, I do not know why I activated Churchill's ability. It's useless against these Bloons, but whatever, I suppose. Let's just get our radar scanner, and we get more recursive clusters, and that should be game. Final round, and as you can see, this strategy actually works. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the final map. Now for this map, we're going to need to have a completely different strategy. We're going to start off with 2 boats here, because Bloons come out across all 4 of these paths. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade one of them to grape shots. Either one of them should be fine. And then the boat that we upgrade to grape shots, when the time comes, sell that boat and then get Churchill, but place him on the side that you sell your boat on, so for example, if you upgrade this one to grip shot, you're going to sell it eventually, and then you're going to place Churchill right about here. If you do it for this boat, just sell this boat and then replace and place Churchill here. It's not that difficult. And then from there, we're going to upgrade our boats first, not the bombs, the boats first. So because of that, we're going to completely change out our strategy. We're going to get 2 grape shots for both of these boats, but we're not going to sell any of them. We're going to get Churchill and place him either on the left or right. It doesn't matter at this point. Well, we lost some shield lives, but thankfully it's not our regular lives. But anyway, we can get Churchill right now. And what we're going to do next is upgrade to faster shooting ASAP so that we can stop losing lives. Now that we've gotten both double shot and faster shooting on both boats, we're going to wait until round 25. Sorry, after round 25 before we upgrade to hot shot. This is so that it is able to hit the purple balloons. But in the meantime, what you can do is get a bomb, place it in here, and we're going to upgrade it to frag bombs just to be, you know, extra safe. Now that it's over, we can finally buy hot shots for both boats. This is so that we can deal with the less around 28. Next thing we're going to get is a camo village. Reason is because of round 33 and 37. Both of them have camo balloons, and if we don't get our camo village, we are kind of screwed. Now we are going to leak some camo. We're going to leak some lives early on because of camo, but never mind. We can still survive. There we go. And now that that's done, we are going to get destroyer for both of these ships. Let's see how well we hold up against a Moab. Well, pretty well actually. Now this is surprising. Didn't expect it to do this well, but then again we are on easy, so 33% less Moab health, yada yada yada. But in any case, as you can see, round 40 shouldn't be that difficult. Now we are going to get our recursive cluster for our bomb here. Now I don't think it's worth it to sell these for things. It's not worth the cost, honestly. So what we're going to do instead is just buy more bombs. It's not going to be the range of the village, that's fine. We just need to deal damage, that's all. So we're going to upgrade this to 204, of course, what else to expect. Once you get that done, you can place another bomb on every side of every corner of this map, and yes, that includes Churchill's side. So at the end you should have 2 bombs on every side except for Churchill's side, which should only have 1. Now as for the village, you don't need to upgrade the first path, reason being that the balloons are already so spread far apart due to its 4 lanes, and that's one positive about this map. So having extra damage to only one side is actually not going to help that much. So you can just leave the village as it is and upgrade the rest of the bombs. So this is how your defenses should look like by the end of the game. And if you want, you can get aircraft carriers to help deal damage to camos, but personally I don't think that is necessary because you have Churchill on this side and you got your camo village on this side dealing damage. But hey, if you're worried and just like me and you want to be safe, might as well get the aircraft carrier, especially because we have money and time. And also it helps a little bit for round 63 and 64 with the aircraft carrier. And that, my friends, is how you beat this week's Odyssey. It's not too hard, all things considered, and surprisingly I didn't use any powers at all. So I hope you're satisfied with this tutorial / explanation of whatever all those Bloon City battles 2 rambling earlier. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.